Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking about you and your business. Interesting client guest on this segment, talking about businesses that are creating a new paradigm for their clients and customers. That's a big part of our show here today. And here's another one. It's a company called Lugless. When my producer read it to me, I thought she said Loveless. What is that? Sounds depressing. No, not love. It's Lugless. And Brian Altomare is our guest, and he was a participant on Shark Tank. And they've talked about your product, by the way, a couple of times, I know, since then. So apparently you made a splash.
Yeah, we definitely we had a great impact there.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that experience.
Sure. I mean, the actual show, definitely. It was
actually, I'm doing bad form here. Explain Lugless. What makes your company unique, and did talk about your experience at Shark Tank.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
I'm just too excited.
Travel agent for your luggage. So it's a travel agent for your luggage, and simply put, that's what it is. And we pick up luggage from any home, office, or hotel anywhere in the U.S. and in over 200 countries, and we send it to travelers and destinations wherever they're going. And at the end of their trip, we also pick it up and send it on home for them. So it's a door-to-door luggage shipping service.
Very cool. And talk about your experience on Shark Tank, where people go as a TV program to possibly be devoured, possibly get kicked, possibly have a duel of the century take place, but if nothing else, they're getting great publicity and exposure for their product. You have nothing to lose. I would do it.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. We definitely got kicked a little bit. I think that's the nature of the show. It creates drama. But what was really cool about it was the response from average travelers and average Americans and people around the world that saw the potential of our service. The sharks didn't bite, unfortunately, but that exposure to 6 million plus people was awesome. And we really did receive just a lot of people that understood the nightmare of traveling with baggage, with the baggage fees, lost luggage, check-in lines, baggage claim. They saw the value of a service like ours. So that was cool. But the experience definitely, we went through the gauntlet there during our airing, but it was definitely worth it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. It's an interesting business model. And those guys, they don't, there's a lot of stuff that they didn't bite on that I would have bid on. But of course, who am I to say? They're the billionaires, not me. So, but I've seen a lot of their products. I'm looking, that I thought were pretty hot. I like this idea. I think I do a lot of travel. A lot of travel. And I hate the waiting in lines. I hate the baggage. And I often skimp on stuff that I would like to take with me normally, but simply don't because you know why. I don't want to deal with all the baggage issues and that type of thing. Talk to a little bit about pricing, because if I recall correctly, that was kind of where you got some push from those guys.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's right now, the way they were looking at it, and some people in this industry look at it, is it's a high-end service for affluent customers that don't care about price. While that's very much true, a lot of our customers are spending hundreds of dollars to send their luggage when they can do it cheaper by bringing it on the plane. It's the convenience that they love. However, what's happening is with the baggage fees, right now, customers on some of the first check bag, but mostly second, third, and fourth, certain airlines are charging up to hundreds of dollars, which is a lot more than what we're charging for door-to-door luggage shipping service. So, for example, anywhere in the U.S., a carry-on bag is $59. Standard bag, $69. Oversized bag is $99. Golf clubs are $89. Skis are $89 as well. But again, if the airlines are charging $50, that's where, we're more expensive, but the convenience plays out there for a lot of travelers that see the benefit. Sometimes, though, on that second, third bag, when they're $150 and we're $89 or $69, then we get those customers that see the value of it. And that was the whole thing on the show. They saw it only for the wealthy. We see it right now with baggage fees hitting record numbers of $6 billion this year, that more and more travelers, the more they hear about us, will say, you know what, for an extra $20 or maybe $20 less on my third bag, I'd rather lug less and send it ahead of time.
Exactly. Lug less. You know what? You ought to build your business around that. Oh, you already did. Okay, so tell us about. It's a great name now. Now I see why. Yeah, Lugless. I love that. That's a great name. Very creative. And I don't think people really, even some of the mega, all of those people in Shark Tank, they can hold their own financially, but I don't think they understand, even among themselves, how much the more affluent think, and the more affluent value time even more than they value money. You look at any survey, and they'll tell you, because that's the one thing that they can't, fully leverage. We all have a finite amount of time, but some people actually feel like they have an infinite amount of money almost. And so I personally think it's brilliant for, upper income up to the mega affluent. I think it just makes so much sense.
Yeah, and what we say, Kevin, what is your time worth? And then from there, you can equate it. If you're traveling with family, let's say for the holidays or any other time, you have gifts, you have extra bags, you got kids, you got coffee. If you want to lug less, then, we're the way. But you don't have to lug less completely. Some people still may want to check that first, second bag. That's fine. But you know what? Why check 4? What's the point? Lug a little less and send it ahead of time just to free up some of your hands so you can deal with the travel experience. And we hope enjoy it again.
Enjoy it again. I haven't done that in forever. And I travel, like I said, I go at least once or twice a quarter somewhere, by plane. And so I say I travel more than most. And I really like I would love to make it a lot easier. So I, for one, will be entertaining this.
Yeah, we'd love to get you to test drive it.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a little bit about the way it actually works. So I'm sending it the day before, or when is it leaving?
It's up to you. It's all about price. So that's where we talk about the affluent customer, those that want to save. It's up to, overnight service, 2-day, 3-day, or ground shipping, which up to 5 days if you're from New York to California, or in the middle of the country, 3 days, or if you're on the East Coast, New York to Florida, 2 days. So it really depends on the transit time and also what you want to pay. So we really can do anything. It's just up to the customer if they want to get that lower price, let's say the $69 for the standard bag, and they're going from New York to California, they do have to plan ahead. We understand that. We're a disrupt brand, so they're changing that habit by planning ahead of time. But if they're going to Florida, it's really only 2-day transit. So it's obviously a little bit easier for them to pack a couple nights before, have us pick it up, and then send it on its way. And the way we do pick up and delivery, just so your audience and you can understand, is we work with the largest couriers like UPS for domestic and DHL for international exclusively, as well as local couriers in each town in the U.S. to fulfill white glove, precise pickup, and to help add another layer of service for the standard shippers like UPS and DHL. So that's how we fulfill this service. We partnered with them. We have dedicated reps inside each of these companies that help speed up any delays or any issues that occur. That's kind of the benefit of us, is that we have leverage. So we, not only have leverage, but we have deep discounts with them. So we pass those discounts back to the customers. So, we give the savings back to them, and on any express, we're less than a UPS or DHL for any domestic or international.
Okay, so tell me then. So typically, depending on what you want, obviously you want it there waiting for you, whatever the scenario is. Is it typically set up where it's waiting for you, or it gets there shortly after you do? How does that work out?
Sure. I would say 90% of our customers are going to hotels or condos or family members. What they like to do is they like to have it arrive the day before. So if they're flying in at, let's say, 10 a.m., their items and belongings are waiting for them. However, those that are taking later flights, the 10%, they'll have it just be delivered on that day that they arrive, because they don't need the items that they're sending. So it's definitely the day before as most of our customers.
So they'll make arrangements with their hotel before they get there.
Sure. We actually, one of the things that we do, we ask our customers what they would like, but we usually follow up with the concierge and front desk at each hotel to make sure that that's not a problem, that you have a future guest checking in on the 9th, their luggage is arriving on the 8th. Do you mind holding it till they come? And then from there, that's just another layer of what we do when our customers, ask that. If not, yes, they can follow up themselves and let the front desk know that their luggage will be arriving ahead of them.
Well, I just want you to know, I personally think it's brilliant. I love the idea. It taps into the whole idea of time being your single most important commodity. And so I give props to you, Brian. By the way, what's your position? Oh, you're the co-founder of the company? Are you the CEO?
I am.
CEO?
I guess I don't call myself the CEO, but I co-founder, and I like to keep my title small, brand manager. So I like to control the quality of our brand.
And CLO. Chief Luggage Officer. So
there you go.
All right, I need to put you on hold for just a minute. We need to get some information from you, but great job. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Learn more about it at Lugless, LUGLESS.com. Don't be crazy. Lug Less. I'm Kevin Price. This is The Price of Business.